Hello children, I welcome you all in your biology class. I believe that all of you have spent quality time with your family, and after holidays you all are very well prepared for your studies. So we will start with lesson 2, organization in living things. Children, an individual organism can be organized into different levels. If we start from the lowest level, then we can organize an individual into different level. You will see that an individual is actually a combination of many different systems working together. So if we start from the lowest level, that means we are talking about cell. It is the structural and functional unit of life. In case of unicellular organisms, all the functions, all the activities, they are performed by a single cell. And in multicellular organisms, what happens? Cells, they function individually as well as they perform together also. Now, if we talk about, now we have to consider multicellular organisms. So, many cells of same kind, they form a tissue. Okay, so what is a tissue? A group of similar cells performing a specific function. Now, different tissues, when they come together, then they form an organ. And all the organs that work together to perform a specific function, they constitute an organ system. And different organ systems together constitute a living organism. Now this thing will be clear with one example. Here you see, children, cell. Now cell has its own components, and in the previous chapter you've already studied about cell. Now when many cells come together, they form tissue. Many tissues together, they are forming one organ, and here we have taken the example of stomach. Now stomach along with other organs, they form one system, that is digestive system. And many other such systems are there inside our body. So all those systems together constitute one human body. So this is what is meant by organization. And specifically we are talking about lower level of organization. Why? Because we have studied till now about an individual. We started from cell and we came till an individual. There is an organization above the individual level also. That is the higher level of organization, which we will be studying later on in this chapter. Alright, so I hope this is clear to you that cell being the structural and functional unit of life, when many cells, they work together, they form a tissue. Many same cells means similar cells, okay, same kind. When many similar cells come together, they form a tissue. Many tissues together constitute an organ. Many organs come together for a specific life function, forming an organ system, and many such systems together constitute one living organism. In this chapter, we will study about plant and animal tissues. So first we will take up plant tissues. Children, plant tissues can be broadly classified into two types: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Today we will study about meristematic tissue. Here you can see, children, that meristematic tissue can be further divided into three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Now in your books you will not find intercalary meristem, but I feel that it is good to know about. intercalary meristem as well. First of all, what is meristematic tissue? It is a group of young cells that have the capacity of active cell division. So meristematic tissue comprises of those cells which are dividing cells, cells that have the ability to divide. So they are very active young cells. These cells are found in the growing regions of a plant like root tip and shoot tip. We all know that these are the active regions. We can see the plant growing at the tips. So there we will find meristematic tissue. In the diagram, children, see, on the basis of the location of meristematic tissue, they have been further divided into three types, as I already told you: apical, intercalary and lateral meristem. Apical meristem is found at the tips. Then intercalary meristem. Regarding this, no information is there in your book, but I would like you all to know about it. So intercalary meristem is found at the base of internodes, base of the nodes of stems and leaves. It helps in the elongation and growth at the nodes and internodes. You all are aware of nodes and internodes. I have taught you in class 6. So what type of tissue will you find in these regions? Intercalary meristem, and they are responsible for the elongation of the nodal region, growth of the nodal region. Then lateral meristem, this helps in increasing the diameter of the plant. Alright, the girth or the diameter increases because of lateral meristem. Now, first of all, we should know that what are the characteristics of meristematic tissue. They have small and active living cells. As I told you that they are found in the growing regions, so they have to be very active. They are actively dividing cells. They have thin cellulose wall. The cells are very rich in cytoplasm with a large nucleus. So it's means all the cells of meristematic tissue, they are very busy. Alright, so they have to do a lot of work. They are constantly dividing. So they have a very large nucleus and vacuoles are absent. These are the important characteristics of meristematic tissue. Now, as I told you, children, on the basis of position, plant has apical meristematic tissue, which is found at the tips of roots and stems and their branches, and lateral meristematic tissue, which is found on the sides, and it is responsible for increase in the diameter of the plant, roots and stem. So a plant not only grows in height, we see that the girth also keeps on increasing. That is because of lateral meristematic tissue. And now you know that there is one more type, that is intercalary meristematic tissue, found at the base of internodes and at the base of the nodes of stem, which helps in the elongation and growth at the nodal and the internodal regions. Alright. Now we will discuss about the permanent tissues in the next class. Till then, you have to read the chapter till the topic that I have covered today. And in case of any confusion, any problem, you will ask me, you will write down your problem in the comment section. Alright children, thank you very much.